What's going on, everybody? Welcome to an episode of Brotherly Banter.
Is that all that necessary?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, just gotta be yourself. Whatever. Just, whatever. Come on, Courtney, laugh.
Don't touch me.
Today's episode, we are talking about the moment.
What moment?
The moment.
What moment?
That moment.
Which one?
That one.
Godzilla?
No. Pales in comparison. Justice League.
Oh, that one.
Yes, that one. It was awesome. Okay, now let me begin. First of all, the gentlemen who who are no longer allowed to do this. Thank you for leaving. So like I said, originally, here's the thing. Originally, the movie was supposed to be a two-part. So the movie we're going to see next month is what we actually would have gotten if they would have just wised up and did what they needed to do. So where to begin? Okay, so I'm gonna say this. I feel as though this movie will save DC. There's two movies that are coming out that I feel like will save DC enough to at least give them more wiggle room to do certain things.
Okay.
Because if Wonder Woman 2 was good, then I would have been like, all right, they're fine. Aquaman is not out yet. The second one is, I think it starts filming like sometime this year. So I'm gonna say Justice League and Suicide Squad, which is crazy because they have to redo both movies. That's how bad this has gotten. They don't have a wiggle room to just let this slide. They was like, no, we have to redo everything, and that's fair. That's fine. Okay. I don't really give that level of freedom to a lot of movies. I'm like, if you suck, then you just suck. You just have to live with it. But they do. I think it's going to tell a lot of stories that now, like with the Flash movie coming out, they don't even, like you talked about the last one, doesn't need to be an origin movie now.
Yes.
Because we see him, looks like in a trailer, he's saving Iris.
Well, I was saying it didn't need to be an origin story for it, not because of the Snyder cut. I'm just saying everyone knows the origin, and plus the CW show already did the origin, so you can't have that origin and the movie origin because it's technically the same exact origin.
True. But it's still different. It's still a TV show and it's still a movie. So if they wanted to, because I feel like in this movie they're gonna show his origins, or at least tell how he got it. So that'll eliminate, that. So
or they'll just skip it.
True, they might just see him show up and save. I feel like the black chick is Iris. It's Iris. There is a part where it opens up and you see Superman yelling, and that part I'm very curious to see. I feel like he's just getting whooped. And he just yells out in pain. I don't know what it is, but you see it going across the water to the city, and that's a yell. So I'm very curious. That's the part that of everything has me more intrigued.
Okay. To
figure out what that whole thing was about. And I'll let you go and get this off.
Okay.
The Joker, obviously.
Yes.
Suicide Squad, I didn't finish the first one, so I'm just gonna be honest.
I've never seen it to this day. I might watch it before the next one comes out, just so I know what I'm expecting. Just so I can set the bar for expectations.
That's fair. I just think that the Joker and Suicide Squad kind of rubbed me off. And I think that's because I saw Heath Ledger's Joker.
Yes. You have the past Jokers.
Phoenix, what's his name? Joker. So you see those Jokers,
I'm like... So when people play the Joker, if it's animated or live action, there's already a high bar from the previous Jokers. All the previous Jokers, everyone knows and they love. Yeah. And then they was like, oh, he's gonna play Joker. You kind of can't play a certain character. You're playing a new character, and it's just like, oh, okay, it's a new character, first time introduction into the movies or whatever. You can set a neutral bar. He'll be good, or he'll be here, decent, good, amazing, and then underneath neutral is just you're trash.
Yes.
And then you play a role like the Joker, everyone's like, okay, let's see what you got. You have to have the atmosphere, the laugh, everything. When I saw him, or the clips or whatever, I was gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, okay, no, it's a different role for him. It is Joker. I didn't mind his character with something different. I don't mind them trying new roles with characters. So the gangster role, I was like, that kind of fits Joker in the sense.
There is a variant of him that exists like that.
So I didn't mind it, but then I was like, at the same time, when I heard he didn't have that many roles or screen
Yeah.
time in the movie, I was like, you can't give him. You can't like, oh, he's terrible, he's trash. I'm like, if you don't have that many roles in a movie, it's kind of hard to show what you can fully do with said character. So they implement him like 2 or 3 times, and then he had a scene with Harley. Even he was like, I didn't get the full, you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of things within his part
that didn't show. Yeah, so I'm like,
and it's kind of like, so what was the point of doing it?
Yeah, I was like, you
kind of just
can't-
screwed him over at that point.
You can't judge him based off the first Suicide Squad because they didn't give him the fair rundown for it. Like if the movie was longer, or even let's say like the Blu-ray, they say here's the full thing. You have all of his parts in the movie. Then I'm like, okay, that's fair. But to throw him in there with like a few scenes, and then people are like, oh, you're trash, you're garbage. Like,
no, I didn't call him trash or garbage. I just thought that it just didn't. Suicide Squad didn't grab me.
Yeah.
But I have high hopes for this one though.
Yes.
Of course, no. James Gunn, come on.
Yeah.
Flex.
So that's what I'm saying.
So, is he? Wait, is Joker in it?
Yeah, Joker's in it.
Is Suicide Squad?
Oh, I don't know Suicide Squad.
Oh
I
no,
have no
Justice
clue.
League. I know he is. Obviously.
I don't remember if they said if he's in Suicide Squad or not. I don't remember.
Well, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so I'll say I'm excited for Darkseid.
Oh yes.
We actually get a scene with him instead of that one itsy bitsy scene. I think it was like at the end of it. So I'm excited to see Darkseid. I forgot who the other 2 next to him. I remember them.
One is
Granny Good or whatever her name is. Granny something. And I can't remember the third person, but I know him.
Yeah.
So I'm excited they actually, I'm not gonna say they're fleshing out Darkseid, but he's actually in it. And compared to the small scenes with like the Amazons and Wonder Woman seeing a picture, and then like the end with Steppenwolf before he got defeated, there was like that one tiny little thing. But actually seeing Darkseid and his army and stuff like that, that's good.
So actually, go ahead. I haven't thought now.
And I would say Joker, because I actually want
Joker is the part that I knew he was in it.
Yes.
But it shocked me that it was a good cliffhanger spoiler at the end.
So I'm actually curious and excited to see him in his full-on Joker role compared to Suicide Squad. Because I was telling you the other day when the trailer came out, I was like, if he does really well, people owe him an apology.
Oh, easily.
The fans and the people who did Suicide Squad should owe this man an apology, because if he comes out and he does amazing, he like nails his character down, laugh and all, people should be like,
the way it was depicted at the end, I feel like he will.
Yes.
And it's the subtle things, even just the look.
Yeah.
I think is what will gravitate people.
With certain characters that they portray in the movies, there's certain things they have to nail down, or people are gonna be like, I'm not feeling you.
Yeah, I agree.
Henry Cavill did an amazing job as Superman, which I'm still confused why he doesn't have another movie, but everybody else can get like a second, third DC installment. But whatever. Like he plays Superman, Hope, all that. He does well. Wonder Woman,
she's
power to the females. He does her
empowerment she does
thing.
her thing. Yeah,
good. Aquaman, he nails it down.
He's great. The Batman part is what's
either
troubling me.
I didn't mind him as Batman.
No, I didn't either. But if we're comparing, like, okay, the past Batman.
Well, I'm not gonna compare him to
the other. We are terrible.
I know.
What is
we're
his
terrible?
name?
Y'all know what we mean. I'm not comparing him to him. I'm just saying because he's not technically part of the DC. He was never part of the universe, I guess, since he had his own separate thing.
Yes.
So I'm not going to compare him to him, but I will say I think he did a good job, and I guess if they didn't screw up Justice League and everything else, I think he would have been an amazing Batman.
Yes. I'm trying to. Christian Bale. There you go. All right. I know it was a C.
So I'm saying, in general, I think they do a good job at casting people. It's just how they nail set role for the cast.
Like, okay, I get you can't compare him to Christian Bale. Christian Bale did an amazing job.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck
he had a different version.
But now we have to compare him to the Batman that's coming out now, which technically is in a different.
I think they
timeline.
I think somehow they're still
gonna connect it.
Not connected. I'm saying for both versions of Batman, I want to say they're the same. Because Ben Affleck's one, beat down everyone.
Yeah.
And then in the trailer for the next Batman, he brutalized the one henchman.
I think these two Batmans are more brutal than Christian Bale's.
Oh yeah. Easily.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because that's
Batman.
Yeah.
He cripples you first, and then
cripples you, and then you pay your medical bill.
Yeah.
But and I get you. I think my thing is that I let me get this together. Again, unfortunately we're gonna have to compare to the Marvel because that's the only comparison we truly have. Marvel, aside from War Machine, where they just completely just act like that guy didn't exist, and
which is great.
It's just hilarious to listen.
He was like, "Who?"
They just did like nothing happened.
This is the guy the whole time.
Yeah, so they very, very rarely will recast.
Yeah.
So they have that stability, and I think that's what helps them is that stability. And even if they decide to recast somebody, we have the confidence in them to know there's a reason why. DC, however, like we talked about before, there are so many timelines. It doesn't make sense. And now we're falling into, like you said, the Batman one. If you look at it, Flash seems set. Hopefully the movie does well.
Yes.
Hopefully that movie does well.
I'm gonna cry if it doesn't. I still don't like his running animation from that one trailer where he was just like he was swimming through. I was like, I gotta go.
They need to get y'all running together because Wonder Woman's running was more.
I don't know. I don't know how y'all suck at running animations with people.
So there's that. Wonder Woman set. Aside from that, I'm not gonna really hold the character to the second movie. It's just the storyline just made it was too much. Aquaman, great. Now here's the part. Those three feel like they're set. Now you have the other three. Batman, Superman, Cyborg. Cyborg clearly said, F y'all, I'm not coming back. Which I get his reason why. If I'm treated poorly on set doing a big movie.
I think if we could get another director maybe.
Oh, yes.
And he's comfortable with said director.
And that's fine. I think he would come back. Henry Cavill, I feel like he would come back.
I still don't understand why he doesn't have another movie.
I don't either. But I feel like he would come back.
Not a cameo, not a movie,
The Batman is the piece. Because I feel like everybody else they're solid or they have an explanation of why they can come back. The Batman reason, he said that because at the time when everything was just completely chaotic, I get it. But to me, a lot of this depends on Justice League movie and Suicide Squad. If those two do well, I can see a lot of this just being like, all right, let's talk. And that's okay because as fans, we need it.
Because everyone would give it high praise, like, oh my God, this is just the League movie we've all been waiting for like 80,000 years.
Yeah, and it'll show all of them. It'll show Cyborg, Batman, all of them in a different light. And to us, as a fan, I would look at that and say, I would still want them. Because clearly the movie that they wanted to come out was amazing. Hopefully. We haven't seen it.
We watched 4 hours of it and everyone still hates it.
I'm gonna be like, I'm done with DC. At that point, I'm like, DC, that's it. But again, if they can come out with a really great movie, and I feel like it will be, based off a trailer. Now, you know how we are. We look at trailers and we'll be like,
4 hours, you got to put something forward. 4 hours.
It looks like it's everything they shot. Because remember, it's supposed to be a two-parter. So, like I said, I feel as though it'll be a great movie. And it'll right now it's kind of like the DC universe to me, as far as movies like that are leaning on those two movies doing really, really well. They do really, really well. Suicide Squad can connect now to different things. You can have different villains. Like, I feel like a lot of things can be undone.
Technically, I think they're already banking on Suicide Squad doing well because they're already giving.
What's the name?
John Cena.
Yeah, his character got a spin-off.
In like 2022, I think.
They're still coming out with a Justice, like we talked about before. They're still coming out with a Justice League.
The game.
No, Alive. I'm sorry. Green Lantern. Yeah. We talked about it before. Green Lantern. So again, I feel like we know we're gonna get from Marvel, even though Marvel's trying to crap out of it. I never thought I would. Okay, fine. We'll do a WandaVision. But anyway, like I said, I think it's again with comparisons. DC, people are gonna compare DC. That's the only comparison, comic book to comic book. That's it. They were in a really bad position before. Let's not act like they were just like good. They were in a bad position. And somehow they kind of just did a couple of things, made it right enough to put themselves in a position to be successful and down the road. But it does start with that. I feel like it's like the waiting of a trial. Like, let's see if this is guilty or not. Like, so yeah, I think that DC's not they're in a better spot than they were before. The animated movie is fantastic. No, the shows
hit or miss.
Hit or miss.
I think it just depends on what you like.
Yeah, Lois and Clark coming out, I'm really looking forward to that. But it's the movie theater, movie bigger ones are the ones they just can't do it. But like, you have been given another chance, which is not common. Usually, if they give you another chance, they reboot everything.
I mean, at this point, I don't think they can't reboot. Because if they reboot, then they would have to, I'm not gonna say redo the Justice League cast. Because I don't think, like, say Justice League doesn't do that well, right? And they say, let's reboot the Justice League. Are you gonna recast your already established members?
You can't because Flash is already filming next year.
Yeah, Aquaman's filming. Wonder Woman's supposed to get a third.
She already confirmed.
Yeah, Shazam is getting a second. Then you have Black Adam coming in. You have the Green Lantern stuff.
Yeah, so you can't.
You may have the Martian Manhunter. It's not like you can reboot. The only two that at this point that you could recast and do second Justice League movie is Batman and Cyborg. Because the other Batman
You can get away with Batman. You can get away with Batman.
Yeah.
Because you can get away with
Yeah, Batman, and Cyborg. He decides depending on the director and the conversation they have, then fine. But other than that, it's Batman and Cyborg are the last two members that you could recast.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And then, but I don't know if they would recast. I don't know if they would recast
I don't think
Batman.
they would waste all that time recasting. Basically, because you would blow up Wonder Woman.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying blow anything up. I'm saying in general as of right now.
No, I'm saying if they ended up recasting, let's say if they reboot, let's say they decide to reboot it, they're basically rebooting everything.
Yeah.
So that means they would have to. So Flash is no longer filming.
But if they do another Justice League movie, you're still missing. You can't do a Justice League movie without Batman.
No. That's my point. So if they reboot, so usually so reboot to me, maybe I'm not explaining it right. So if they reboot it, they would have to get a new Batman.
I wasn't saying that.
Okay, so what were you saying?
I was saying if they do a second Justice League movie, you have your established characters.
Yeah.
Saying the only two that they would have to redo is Batman and Cyborg.
Okay, I see. Okay.
You have a Batman movie coming out, but that's separate.
That's separate.
So I'm saying unless they can somehow get Ben Affleck and
Henry Cavill.
No, Fisher, the black dude playing Cyborg. Unless they can somehow get them back to do another Justice League movie.
I agree.
Then fine, but you can't. I think you can do another Justice League movie without Cyborg. You can't do a second Justice League movie without Batman.
Yeah, you can add Green Lantern in the space of somebody.
So
at least to fill in that
they
spot.
say, okay, we can't recast another Cyborg, and he doesn't want to come back no matter what.
Yeah.
They said, okay, let's substitute Cyborg out.
Yes.
Who do we have left? They say, okay, let's say we have Martian Manhunter and Green Lantern.
Yeah.
They say, well, Green Lantern. So let's say Green Lantern show's already out. He's already established. Let's just pull him in. He'll substitute Cyborg. Then they're gonna be like, it's kind of hard to do because since he's literally the one person who funds all their stuff.
Literally,
you can't do the Batman movie without.
Okay.
You can't do a Justice League movie without Batman.
True. Well, before we wrap this up, so theory, or what if? Let's say again, predicated on Justice League. Let's say it just destroys. It does great, which I feel like it will.
Okay.
And let's say the cast, everybody, the directors, Warner Brothers, all of them says, yo, we want another one. Like we're game.
Probably.
Snyder, you got full, do whatever it is that you want to do, which is fine. I feel as though Affleck would come back.
If everyone calls him, like if the cast calls him, like, hey,
it would have to be cast, Twitter, like everybody saying, yo, my dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
They would have to get Henry Cavill back. They would have to sit down and talk to Cyborg.
Yeah.
If, now here's the if. Let's say Affleck's like, no. Cool. Guess what? You got Flash movie coming out. Find some way to connect the other dude. It's like, and here's my thing.
I guess.
It doesn't, because to me, I feel like they're doing too much. Marvel already established their base timeline.
Yeah.
Now that they did that, they can go venture
Further.
wherever they want to go.
Yeah.
DC, to me, if one doesn't want to do it, I would say, all right, bet. We want him. His movie's basically done. Film it, do whatever you want to do. You're in Justice League. We will figure out a way. Flashpoint will fit, because to me, you need that. You need the stability.
Yes.
You can't say, okay, we'll grab you, but we're gonna put you back in your timeline when we're done.
Yeah.
No. If that's the case, because if you bring that timeline, if you somehow make it way, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because you have set villains at that point. You already got Joker.
Yes.
And not Phoenix.
I know.
I don't think he needs to be in it. And that, again, that part now depends on if this Joker does well in the Justice League coming up. If he does well, connect them. I don't think that going all over the place right now is necessary.
And who's to say that
Joaquin Phoenix?
Yeah, Phoenix's Joker won't be the Joker for that Batman.
True, we don't know.
Because they could just easily say, oh, that Joker broke out of prison.
Yes. It could have been years later. It could have been something.
And boom, you already got Penguin for that movie. I don't remember the other villains. And then you could have Joker eventually.
No,
But yeah, obviously it makes, let's see how Leto's Joker does. Because then they say that, grab Ben Affleck back.
And just, you got your Joker.
Yeah, you got your Joker, you got Affleck, they already work with Justice League together.
You got
Justice
Harley
League
Quinn,
too.
you got the whole crew. We're good. Awesome. Beautiful child. Love you. So we smart. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us on an episode of Brotherly Banter. Whatever. Thank you so much for joining us. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, share, everything at the bottom. Let us know what you think about today's episode. Let us know topics you want to share. Let us know what you think about DC as a whole. Do you think that DC is now riding on Justice League at this point? Because I personally feel like they are. And, well, we're going to see. So, thank you so much for joining us. Until next time. Oh, my God.
You a hater.